Okay, it's actually working. Okay. Hey guys, as you can see, I'm kind of filming in something that has a bit more light to it this time, because last time I kind of had an issue with that because it was in my bedroom and it was at night and it was just like really gross looking, and I really wasn't too big a fan of that. So in the past week, I've had a couple things happen, not too many, but I have a list this time about what I'm going to talk about, so I won't be sitting, with awkward silence like, oh man, what was I supposed to talk about? I can't remember. So hopefully this one will go a bit better than the last one. First thing I guess I could talk about was the fact that I had to work on the day of the Super Bowl. That was an interesting day. I worked from 10:30 to 3:30, and it was like freaking crazy. People were all over the place, and it was interesting. So they actually had to have cops there, and just in case nothing really happened. So it was interesting to say the least. Next thing I guess I could talk about, because I didn't want to talk about work too much, because that's like all I did was complain last video. So I was like, let's try and keep it happy and upbeat this time. Another thing I did yesterday while I was at school, I just was taking like a break from studying for my calc exam, which is what I was doing because I have an exam tomorrow. Was I went on Amazon and pre-ordered the 4-disc collector's edition of Wreck-It Ralph, and I got really excited and I was super happy. So that's gonna be here on release day, which is March 5th, and so right when that gets here, I'm not doing anything at all. I'm gonna sit down and watch all the special features and all this other stuff, because there's supposed to be like such amazing content, and I'm so excited, and just, oh my god. And Jenna was actually there with me because I didn't know what version to get. I didn't know whether to get the 2-disc or the 4-disc, and then I was like, well, the 4-disc is only like $5 more, so let's just go for that, even though I'm never going to watch the 3D version because I hate 3D movies, but I was like, let's just do it. And I asked Jenna because Rise of the Guardians on the 4-disc Blu-ray was also recommended to me, and I didn't know whether to get both or just get one or whatever. And since I have like no money right now, I was just like, let's just get Wreck-It Ralph now and ask for Rise of the Guardians for your birthday, because I can't wait on Wreck-It Ralph. It's like my favorite movie ever. Next thing I can talk about is, I guess, okay, so this is another work story, but this one's really happy. On Saturday, I had to work from, I want to say it was 1 to 5. My calendar's right there. And so it's like maybe 3 o'clock, and I'm ringing up this lady, and she's like really nice. I didn't have any issues with her. She was cool. I have a friend at work named Chris, and he's really, really nice, and, we're good friends or whatever. And he got me into The Big Bang Theory. That's, the show the only TV show I really, really watch anymore. And apparently he bought the, entire series combo pack or something, and he already had season 5 on DVD. And he actually gave me season 5 from that combo pack on DVD to me. So I've been watching a lot of that, and it's really funny and great. And I love Sheldon, and he's amazing, and just, yeah, so that's good. I've already talked about my calc exam. I'm saving like the one big thing for later. And this video is probably gonna be way longer than my last one, but a lot of stuff happened. Another thing I can talk about is, I don't know if any of you have heard of this. I know Jenna has because she told me about it. There is this game that I watched this group called the Brain Scratch Comms play. If you haven't watched Brain Scratch before, you should watch them because they're really, really funny. And I'll maybe link you guys to them, like down there somewhere. I don't know. They played this game it's like a survival horror game. It's called Eve. And I don't really want to talk about the plot too much, but it's like you're playing as this 9-year-old girl named Eve, and you're in an art gallery, and you have to solve puzzles and whatever, and it's pretty short, so if you have a couple hours to spare, you should play it because it's really cool, and I thought it was really fun. Okay, and the last thing I have to talk about today is over the, oh my god, over the weekend, I got to go to Northern's Winter Play, and it was actually really, really, really good. I was really surprised, to be honest, because the only info I was really getting was about it was from Jordan, and he would tell me, he told me that one of the plays wasn't done blocking yet, and the other one, and there were a few where people didn't know their lines and all this other stuff, and he was like freaking out a little bit. But I went on Saturday after I got off of work, and it was so great. I actually met up with Brianna Warcuff while I was there because I told her that I was going and she wanted to, see me. And so we went and we sat in the very, very front row of the Mary Harrison in the, auditorium. Oh my God, it was 5 one-acts, and this thing was like 3.5 hours. It was really, really long. So basically, I really don't want to spend like too much time talking about this, but it was so good. Like one play was called Boy Meets Girl, and it was about these, two kids. It was about kids in preschool, and they were talking like they were adults and treating their kid problems like they were adult problems. Like, does that make sense? I don't know if it does. So there was that one. That one was cute. The second one was, oh man, I don't remember the name of it. It was something like a girl and tiger. I can't remember really what it was. It was like a love story about this girl who was played by Grace, and she fell in love with with a librarian in the kingdom who was played by Jeffrey. John knows who all these people are. And they can't be together because that's bad, and her father, who was Jordan and was like the best king ever. Oh my God, he was so good. Like, I got so excited when I saw him like sitting in the throne and everything, because he was just like super badass and awesome. Anyway, Jordan's not okay with that, so it's just a long plot line and whatever. It was like half an hour. It was really long. But the ending pissed me off. I hated the ending so much because it was such a cliffhanger, and I was like, seriously, okay, I'm not gonna tell the plot because it would take forever, and I don't feel like wasting forever. Basically, what happens is Jeffrey has to pick between one door, which has a tiger behind it, and the other door, which would be him marrying the like villain of the story, I guess you could say, who was played by Maddie, who was awesome. And they don't tell you which one and whatever, and then you see Jeffrey and he's like walking towards one of the doors, and I think he went to the one to the right, and before you can open the door, the lights dim, and then it's just done, and then you're sitting there like that, like the lights went black, and you see me and Brianna were like the most annoying people ever because we were reacting to everything. We were so loud and annoying and whatever, and so anyway, the lights go black, and you see Brianna and I, we're just sitting there, and I just blur. I'm like, that's not cool. And then everyone in the audience, like around us, who was like nobody because like no one was there, started laughing. So that made me feel really dumb, but whatever. And then the third one was like Sleepy. It was The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and that was cool. It was really well done. I think Anna Gorenflo directed that one. I'm not totally sure. It was really interesting. Nick Wathan was Ichabod, which was really cool, and he did amazing and great. There was one part though, and I felt really bad for laughing at this, but it's a northern play, and northern theater doesn't have that much money, so when oh my God. There was a part, basically how it was designed was the play was going on stage, and then in the front they had 4 people narrating what was going on, and at one point, I think it was Riley who was narrating at the time, mentioned horse, and I was like, okay, this is a northern play. Horse and northern play just will not work. So you see Nick Wathan, and he went off screen to get the horse, and he comes out with John Hedley, and John Hedley is wearing like all tan clothes and his face is painted brown. And he's supposed to be Nick Wathan's horse. So you just see John Hadley giving Nick Wathan like a piggyback ride all around the stage. And it was, Brianna and I were laughing so hard and we felt so bad about it. Just because it was like, wow, it's like, because it was dead silent and all you heard was us just laughing so hard and it was awful. Oh my god. But the rest of it was really fun. It was really good. It was really well put together and whatever. The fourth one was called Alien. Hi, Dad. Anyway, the fourth one was called Aliens versus Cheerleaders, which was really it was really cute. It was like about how high school and how cheerleaders were ninjas and blah blah blah. So that was really neat. And then the fifth one, what was the fifth one called? Oh, it was called Check Please. And it was about basically this guy and this girl, and they're at a restaurant, and they think they're on these dates, and they're all going horribly, like so bad. Like some people, like the guy at one point is dating this girl, and she has multiple personalities, and she forgets to take her meds, and then she's like all over the place, and it's really funny. And then another one was with this girl, and I remember Brianna and I just died at this. I remember the girl was on a date with this guy, and I don't know who the kid playing the guy was. I can't remember. He didn't look familiar to me. He was basically like a gay actor, and he wanted to get a role in this show, so he went on a date with this girl, and she when he told her, she got so mad and threw water on him, and it was so funny. And so all the plays were great, whatever, and then so the show ends, and it's all happiness and whatever, and it was cool, and then a couple people come out into the auditorium because again no one was there, so like John Headley came out and asked if I wanted to go backstage. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, okay. And then I said, I'm allowed to do this. And then he said, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I went back there and I saw a bunch of people, and it was fun. So yeah, this video is almost 13 minutes long. So, and I have no editing software, so you guys will have a good old time watching this. So yeah, that was my weekend. I'm probably gonna go back to doing calculus now and then studying for the Spanish exam that I have on Friday. So I will talk to you guys later, hopefully. It seems like I seem to have more time on Tuesdays than anything else. So I'll just see you guys next week. So I'll talk to you all later. Bye!